There are three coin shops in the town where I live, and I've always considered myself lucky for that fact. But I visited all three of them today, and each dealer told me that this new era for silver has changed things in such a dramatic way that they don't know if they could keep going like this. Check this out. If you're interested in silver, click that link in the description. Money Metals is holding this contest. They're giving away 20 silver eagles, 20 eagles every month. I put a link down below. Click that link. Be the next one on that list. Don't leave 20 eagles sitting on that table. Do not be that guy. Click that link. Be the next one on that list and take home that silver. I'm Adam, your host here at Pound of Gold, and I've been stacking silver for decades. I know many of you are OG silverbacks like I am. So you understand when I say this is a new era for silver. We have never been in this territory. You could talk about how back in 1980 silver shot up in a short period of time and it was a record high at that moment. That is nothing like we're experiencing today. And by the way, yes, if you are an OG silverback, please drop that in the comments. Just drop OG silverback. I love seeing that. And if you want to tell me where you're from, I love it. I just like meeting you guys that are like me. We've been doing this for so long. And if you're new to stacking silver, welcome. Really. This is a wonderful community. Now, what's happened is silver shot to its all-time high 6 months ago. But now we're experiencing really what silver stackers have been waiting to experience. And it's the old adage, you might get what you pray for, you might get what you wish for, and it might not really work out. Because I went to a local coin show last week, and I saw this at a local coin show. I made a video about it on my channel. And now when I walk into these coin shops in my town, it's the same thing. Stackers are just not buying. And it's to the point where these dealers, they're not even holding inventory at all, nothing. They're just, when people bring in silver to cash out, which is what stackers have been doing for months now, these dealers just send it straight to wholesale. They don't keep it in the case. If like I personally know these guys, so if I tell them, look, I'm in the market for a 10-ounce bar or something like that, if I call ahead of time, give them about a couple of days or a week, yes. If I'm that guy, they will set aside silver. Otherwise, they're just flipping everything to wholesale because people are not walking in. They'll keep a few ounces, literally. Yes, you heard that correctly. They'll keep a few ounces because the people who can still consider them stackers, and really, if you don't agree with me, please tell me in the comments, but this is my experience here where I live. People who are still considering themselves stackers, and I include myself in this really, a year ago, we could afford to buy 3 ounces in 1 week. We could. That would be $70, $80. We could do that in 1 week. Maybe $90, right? When it was at 30. Now, maybe 1 ounce a week, maybe skipping every other week. The amount of silver that stackers are able to afford has completely changed. And that's changed the entire dynamic. Everyone is wondering, when are these premiums going to tighten? When are we going to go back to the days where premiums were close to $1, $2 over spot? When are we going to go back to the days where when I sell my silver to the dealer, the premium is closer to spot, the buyback is closer to spot? When are those days coming back? But that's the new era that we're in. And it makes me anxious because I love local coin shops. I love spending time there. I like talking to these guys. They've been in this game forever. I really like supporting them. I really prefer to do that. I know a lot of you guys feel that way too, but it just can't go on like this. They're not set up to be just that middleman of taking in silver and sending it straight to refineries or sending it straight to wholesale. That's really no way to make a strong living. You have to really understand, all of these, at least I could speak for where I live. The 3 coin shops where I live, they started off as rare coin shops, all of them, all 3. They started off in the late 80s, early 90s. They were selling rare coins to local coin collectors, and that market's gone. Nobody's buying rare coins on the local market anymore. They're not where I live. That's all online now. Everybody, if you want to buy rare 19th century silver, 19th century gold coins, you go on eBay or you go to auction sites and you do it online. You go to a dealer's website that you frequent often, and that's how you're buying. It's all bullion now on the local level. It's all bullion. So that means the margins really have to work in the dealer's favor, and they're not, because people are not buying at the quantity that they were a year ago. They just can't. That's I mean, really, we're getting bit. We're getting, as silver stackers, you and I, OG silverbacks in this community, waiting for this price to move up. Hooray, yes, it's moved up, but so has everything else in our life. So has inflation moved up. That's how silver works. So it's really a hard hit for everyone involved, and particularly the local coin shop. How much silver do you need to build a trust fund for your kid? Let's start with the easiest part, small monthly stacking. That's how you fill these tubes here. That's what this silver is really held in, these tubes. Look how we stack silver. Now, if you're looking at just monthly accumulation of silver, and let's say for this conversation, silver is hovering at a conservative spot price between $50 and $75 an ounce. I know we've blown past that. I know we've dropped under it. But for this conversation, let's just stick with the conservative number and say that the spot price is between $50 and $75. You could pick up 2 to 4 ounces a month by spending between $100 and $300 a month. Now, the kids will have the ultimate advantage because this silver is just going to increase. I'm showing you 3 different forms of ounces, right? We have American Silver Eagles, Asahi rounds, which I just love the design, and maple leafs. All this silver is silver. It doesn't matter. Silver is silver. And the demand for this metal far, far is outpacing the supply. And it's just getting worse. That ratio is spreading. So, and it's not going to, there's no available silver mines are not finding new silver. This is what we have. So that's why the value of this metal has been increasing so much over the past 12 months, 18 months, 2 years. That's what we're seeing. And it's just going to continue. So what you accumulate now and hoard and save for your child, the value that you're going to be handing them is way beyond this discussion of $50 to $75 an ounce. If you buy just 3 ounces a month, over 10 years, 360. Look, I'm showing you 20, 40, 60. I'm showing you 60 ounces right here. Imagine 300, over 10 years, you're getting 360. Then we're looking at large, we're talking about bricks of silver, right? This is 100 ounces right here. 3 of these. 2, right? 3. It's so heavy, I don't know if I could do it with my left hand. 300 ounces right there. You leave that somewhere in your house. If you have a home safe, great. You just leave that to hand down to your child. I mean, it's just brilliant. Because even at this price range, if you're looking at these giant bricks, 360 ounces, you're looking at presently between $18,000 and $27,000 worth of silver. I mean, that's how the value is so strong, and even that's the spot price we're looking at. So if you could get even bigger than that, again with this argument of a $50 to $75 spot price, if you could pick up 5 ounces, 1, 2, 3, right? You could pick up 5 ounces of silver a month. That builds to 1,000 ounces quickly, right? Stacking 10 ounces a month builds to 2,000. We're looking at, like, by the time your child is 18 years old, right? 10 ounces a month, easily 2,000 ounces. And then you just stop. I like to have a number where I'm done. I'm only stacking 500 ounces, period. I'm just letting it sit. I'm only stacking 1,000 ounces. I'm done. I'm stacking 2,000 and that's it. I'm not having this like never-ending feeling that I have to accumulate and accumulate. I like having a limit. And I think most people do. And when you're looking at leaving something to your child, look, this could be easily a down payment. I'm going to pull back again and show you these large bricks. This is 100 ounces of silver. And you're looking at that conservative spot price of, on the low end, $50. You accumulate 3 of these, that's easily, by the time your child is an adult, 3 of these 100-ounce bricks. That's really the smartest way to go. Leaving your money in cash, in a fiat currency, even at an online savings account, that rate is nothing compared to the way silver is moving. It's nothing. It doesn't compare in any way. And the value of fiat currency is just always losing value. It's built to lose value. The Fed is telling you every year you're losing 2%. That's on the low end. We know it's more than that, 3, 5, 10, way more than that with inflation. So that's why this is such a smart savings account. Well, get your own silver. Click that link in the description. Thank you, Money Miles Exchange, for sponsoring this channel. There's a great contest. Every month they're giving away 20 Silver Eagles, 20 Eagles every month. Click that link. Be the next winner on that list, take home that silver, and I'll see you on the next one.